Good morning, blue. How do you do? Good morning, blue. How do you do? I'm doing all right. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. It is day 53 on the Appalachian Trail. I'll be hiking into Damascus today. This is officially so far the most miserable day on the trail, and I'm still smiling, baby. It's been raining for 48 hours off and on. It was sleeted for a little bit. The rest of the time it was raining. So anyway, fixing to put my hood on, and I'm on my way. Damascus today. Well, looks like I have reached the top of McQueen's Knob, I think is the name of it. And there are some large footers, concrete footers, 4 of them. You can see there's another one over there. And there's the 4th one. And there's the Appalachian Trail going south. I'm not sure, it looks like maybe there used to be some kind of observation tower or something up here. There was a sign here at one time, it looks like. It has been removed as well. But been hiking for about 45 minutes, enough to work up a little bit of some heat, some body heat, so I'm not as freezing cold as I was earlier. Didn't have much time this morning. Had just a brief window in the rain there to finish packing up and get moving. But I'm warmed up now, and this is what it looks like. It's about 9:45, something like that. I am socked in. Normally I think there might be a good view of Damascus from up here, but not today. Had a real nice campsite last night on night 52 down at Double Spring Gap. Got kind of low, compared to other places on the trail in this area, so it was warmer than up higher. It only got down to about 41, I think. Thank goodness. It was 39 the night before and the night before that, but relatively warm, I guess. But anyway, it just pounded the tent with rain last night, all night long. Started before I could even get there. I had to set up in the rain, and needless to say, everything is to some degree wet, mostly soaked, me to the bone, and cold. But anyway, you know what they say: no rain, no pain, no Maine. So I've had my share of 2 out of 3 so far, so looking forward to Maine. I hear it's pretty in September. Well, I'm walking along the trail, and look what I see. I think this is what they call the old McQueen shelter, McQueen Knob shelter. It's no longer maintained, no longer what they call a usable shelter, but as you can see, looks to me like if you had to, in a pinch, like on a night last night, you could use that shelter and probably fare fairly well. Anyway, just thought that was an interesting sight. I think this is the one in the older days they called the Love Shack. I think this is the one they call the Abingdon Gap Shelter, also known as Abingdon Spaceship. This is a big day for me on the trail to reach Damascus. It's a big milestone for me in this trip. This means an awful lot. I'm here, going downtown, see if I can get my box and find a place to start. It's Saturday, May 7th, I think day 54. Y'all can go ahead and walk through it, you ain't gonna bother. And it's in Damascus. And this is the pre-trail days garage sale. It happens all week long, and this town is packed for this. It's a big event. Here's the place where I stayed last night when I got into town. Nice little B&B.
May 8th, day 55. Getting back on the trail today. Had a 0 yesterday. I'm here in my Airstream trailer at Hiker's Inn. Got all my clothes are washed. Everything's clean and fresh. Getting ready to take off today. Head back to the mountains. Head toward Marion, Virginia. Mount Rogers and then Marion. Day 55. I'm leaving Damascus. Here I go, heading out of town. Gonna go about probably 10 or 11 miles today. Hopefully it won't rain on me. Bye bye. I guess I'm getting out of the city limits now. For I think about 0.4 or about a half a mile, the AT and the Virginia Creeper Trail are the same trail, and then they'll veer off from one another up here someplace. So, leaving Damascus. Right here where the Appalachian Trail takes back off into the woods from Damascus, there is the best pipe spring I've seen in a long time. Gonna get some. Here it is, y'all. Appalachian Trail goes up that mountain right there. I think that's Iron Mountain. My next one to climb. Been climbing for about 45-50 minutes. Finally reached what I think is the top of Iron Mountain. That was a good climb, straight up. They give you a couple of little switchbacks at the bottom, but then it just started going straight up the side of the mountain, and it just never stopped going straight up. But I'm up here now, and let me tell you, it feels good to be back out here. Town was nice. I love Damascus, but it feels good to be back on the trail. Making good time this morning. Already 3 miles out of Damascus. That's where I came up. Here's the Iron Mountain Trail. Heads off in that direction. Blue Blaze. Nice forest up here. The sun's coming out. It's in the high 60s. It's a nice day. Just wanted to say, I went into Damascus on Friday. Today's Sunday. Went to Damascus on Friday. Hiked about 13.5 miles into town. Spent the night there. First night at Dancing Bear. I just want to say Melissa at Dancing Bear. Great place to stay. It's a B&B, so you get a really good breakfast in the morning. And then on Saturday, yesterday, I moved over to the Hiker's Inn, where Lee and Paul have a great place there too. Nice place to stay. And then I was able to get my clothes washed there and took part in the first of the trail days citywide yard sale yesterday. So it was just a blast. It was great to be back in Damascus. Love the place, and hopefully looking forward to trail days next year. So you can hear the birds are loving this. The rain's over for a little while, and there's where we're headed, y'all. Appalachian Trail northbound. I don't know if you can see it or not very well, but I'm camped practically underneath that Luther Hassinger Memorial Bridge on the Creeper Trail.
See it up there? It's like it's an old railroad trestle. Railroad's going out of business when the lumber company went out of business, but now the bridge is part of the Creeper Trail and goes over the river. You can hear the river off in this direction, but this bridge is going over the river. So this is where I'm camping tonight. And I can't believe I am the only one under here. There's room for probably 20 or 30 tents in here. I've got it all to myself. Fine with me. Yeah, check this out. There's my tent under the bridge. But if you scan over this way, check this out. This is what I'll be sleeping to tonight. Sound of this rushing river. This is a nice campsite. Probably about 60 degrees right now. It's not going to get too cold, maybe in the high 50s. There's no wind right now. There's no forecast for rain. This is nice.